Hello, good afternoon. Okay, so I kind of have this topic that I need to talk about that I've actually been avoiding for some time now because I know what to do and I know what's wrong, but it is no longer my my issue. But okay, I have other videos where I talk about the dog we have in our house. She is aggressive around everyone else in the house. There are 4 people who live here: myself, my husband, and our 2 kids. And when my husband is home, we get growled at. She'll do, she'll raise her little doggy flap thingies, her cheeks or whatever the hell you call them, and she shows her teeth. And if you continue, then she will bite at you. And that could be stirred by just about anything. If any of us 3 or a person who is new to the home, or like a guest, like one of my kids' friends or something, is around my husband, or we're in close contact, like playing a game or something like that, the dog starts barking, circling everybody, and then she'll start nipping at feet, and then she'll bite harder if she isn't getting her attention from my husband. Now, I know where all these issues are coming from. I have videos where I show in the past. I have major ones back in April of last year, or even further back than that, about the issues I have with my dog, if you want to see all that. Now, ever since April of last year, I decided no more. I'm not doing anything with the dog. My kids don't do anything with it. We pretend we don't have a dog, because when my husband is around, we might as well pretend like that, because my husband does not want to train this dog. He does not want to, he thinks that disciplining a dog or making the dog lay down or sit before you give them any kind of command, or, any kind of, sorry, I had to knock something off on my, counter here. Anyway, he thinks that it's, that you're a bad person if you're commanding your dog to do certain actions before you give them things. And I had tried telling him several times. I had even lost a good friend that I considered a sister, because I was getting advice from her, and she was getting frustrated that my advice, her advice was going to waste, she thought. But, I kept telling her, hey, I'm doing all this stuff at the home, researching, and anyway, so long story short was, she decided to blow up on me on Facebook, and I didn't do it for the long. I made none of that public at all on Facebook at all, or anywhere, back when I actually used to use Facebook. But yeah, so now the thing that is still continuing after my children and I have stepped away from having, doing things with the dog, is Potty. She still will potty in the house, because my husband will watch her. He'll take her downstairs, and she'll be down there while he's playing playing World of Warcraft. And we don't, we're not going to go bother him or whatever when he's doing stuff. But like last night, I was getting supper things done for the kids, and he was downstairs with the dog, and the dog peed by my chair. I was by my computer chair, and where my computer desk is, and I was quite mad about it. And we have enzyme cleaner, but it's gone now because it was enzyme cleaner I had bought. I kept up on all that stuff, like giving her flea and tick treatment, giving her heartworm pills, taking her to the vet when she needed to be, you know, once a year, make sure she gets those shots that she's supposed to get, check for Lyme disease, you know, all that stuff. He doesn't do any of it. He hasn't taken her to the vet in over a year. She got into some poison last winter at my in-laws' house because they live on a farm, and my father-in-law puts mouse poisoning around, and our dog got into it, and well, he was supposed to take her to the vet afterwards when we got home. Sorry, I'm gonna have some water. I'm thirsty. I know it's not very professional of me, but I was very thirsty. I'm sorry. But anyway, so this topic is kind of on the whole peeing subject. So I'm just going to not talk about, he just doesn't, you know, he doesn't take care of the dog. He just feeds her and, you know, takes her out for potty and all that. But part of me is like, I don't even want to have the dog anymore because it's just too much hassle. So then she peed in her crate last night because after she peed downstairs by my chair, he put her upstairs and put her in her crate, her kennel, and put her in there for the night. And then apparently this morning, because he was the first one up, she obviously had an accident in her crate again. So he doesn't, like, when I was house training her, she was pretty house trained, except when he wanted to watch her or he wanted to take care of her. Now, another issue that we have with her is if he's home and she's in the house, because when he's not around, she's a good dog. She listens. She'll tell me when she needs to go outside to go potty. She doesn't give him cues that she needs to go outside. She just does. She just goes. But if I'm, you know, if I'm around, she'll look at me and paw at me, and, you know, it's weird is she actually will look towards the door that we usually take her out. And I know she has to go outside. So, you know, she holds it and she'll let me know when she needs to go outside. So, I don't know. But the other thing is when he comes home, she'll instantly start just a bit habitually obsessively licking the floor, just the carpet. She just licks around his feet, near him, anywhere. She just is licking, and you can't do anything about it. I can get her to lay down for a little bit, but then she instantly, as soon as my husband speaks or says something, she's up and standing, and then as soon as she notices that he's not talking to her, instantly back down on the ground licking. You know, she's got her face onto the ground licking the floor. And I've continuously told him, you know, you gotta not let her do that. And I don't know what it is that is stressing her out, other than him coming home and being in the home environment is the only thing that's changing. I mean, she doesn't lick the floor when it's just us three or me or whatever. She just, you know, she'll lay by you and you can pet her, and then she'll lay on her side and you can pet her belly, and, you know. But when my husband comes home, oh no, she's a completely different dog. So I just needed to talk about my dog. If you want more in-depth information on my situation with the dog, I've got videos from over a year and a half ago where I talk about it. And just be warned, there are talks of euthanasia, however you pronounce it, where I was gonna put her down, because she's bitten humans several times in the household now, and, you know, I was even directed by our veterinarian that we needed if nothing was going to get changed, that we needed to put her down. They even suggested that I rehome her. And it's like, I'm not rehoming a dog that has a tendency to bite when she does not get her way with her favorite human. No. So, anyway, all right, well, anyway, that's just dog stuff. If you want to know more, please look at my older videos. I just figured I would let you know that it's still an ongoing issue in my home, even though I have not made videos about it. And yes, my beating is also my stepping away from that situation, because I can't stand my husband's inability to train the dog. I mean, when I got the dog for my kids and for the family, we sat and we trained her, because she trained her for like weeks, months, getting her to learn how to sit, lay down. She didn't know any commands when we got her, and and my husband comes home and he just throws all of our training out the window. And I don't know his reasoning on why he is unwilling to show the dog, I am master, not like that, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, they gotta understand that certain behaviors are not correct with either a clicker or whatever method you want to use. He just isn't willing to do any of that. So then when he talks to dog trainers, he tells them that, oh, my wife is so-and-so and my kids are so-and-so. And it's like, wow. And they can tell that he's playing the victim, but is really the cause. So, even I said, we got to go see a dog behavioralist, and nope, never happened. So anyway, so that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about for now. All right. Thanks for listening to my small-ish rant. If you want to know more information, please look at some of my later past videos where I talk about this topic in much more depth and stuff. Okay, bye.